Hi there, Aries, and welcome back to Star-Lordess Tarot. This is your tarot forecast for the month of October 2024. I went ahead, shuffled cards, laid them all out in the monthly format, where we're going to start with your overall energy and then break it down week by week. So Aries, your overall energy is the Ten of Wands in the upright position. For some of you, it can simply represent you've obligated yourself to doing something, like maybe you're preparing to move homes or offices or something like that, and you could be finding it physically demanding. Sometimes this will come up for people, and in personal reads, and I ask them, well, are you planning to move or something? Yes, I've been packing. And so this card can come up simply for that, or if you're overdoing workouts, stuff like that, where we're putting a lot of stress on the body. For others of you, this could indicate you're sort of overburdened this month with obligations, maybe helping out other people. Sometimes we offer to fill the holes here and there for coworkers, family, friends, and so forth. And sometimes it's just you've over obligated yourself in the sense that maybe you're trying to do too much, which is typical of Aries. Oftentimes you put a lot on your own plate and give yourself deadlines and things like that. So it could be that is going on. Just a little tip, if anybody is putting that kind of pressure on you and there's too many obligations that are coming from elsewhere, I suggest that you learn to delegate or just say no. It's pretty simple, but yeah, just watch that energy for the overall. Week one, you have the Five of Wands rooted down by the Five of Swords upright. Five of Wands in the upright position can point to, this is not my favorite energy. A lot of times this is just simply that he said, she said energy. The first week of the month, we do have full moon, Aries full moon coming up. I equate this with full moon madness, where there's a lot of drama going back and forth. Not necessarily something we need to be getting involved with. Usually when it comes to full moon madness, everybody's up in arms, and then after the full moon passes, nobody really cares about the subject anymore. So I always suggest that you try and, remain neutral or stay out of it. Sometimes we can't avoid it, but if you can avoid it, try and, remove yourself from it. For others of you, the Five of Wands can represent stiff competition in a field you're entering or thinking about entering. It's rooted down here by the Five of Swords upright. Now, this is a card that represents conflict. It can be conflict within ourselves. Sometimes we are conflicted internally. We're of two minds of something. We want to do it, but then we don't. We're going back and forth and facilitating a little bit like Libra and indecisive. Other times, the Five of Swords can represent being in conflict with others. Now, with the Five of Wands being here, which is a card that can represent stiff competition, maybe for some of you in week one, you're in competition with someone. Maybe you compete for a living, or maybe you competing is a big part of your hobbies or something like that. We can compete in many ways. So it could be that you're competing somewhere, and it could be that, kind of like a brawl breaks out. Could be, getting angry with others. This can sometimes pop up when we're having sort of, Facebook fights, online, social media disagreements, that kind of thing, because the swords can govern those types of things. Like, it's communication in all forms, whether it be written communication, thought, and verbal communication. So it could be that you are either in conflict with yourself over maybe this drama that is taking place, or it's that there is sort of something coming of this drama that's sort of dividing people and separating people. Like I said, it could be a social media type of thing, and if you're not on social media, this could be playing out in the workplace or in your family or neighborhood or something like that. Now, moving on to week two, we have the Seven of Swords reversed, rooted down by the Ten of Pentacles upright. So the Seven of Swords in the upright position points to the sneak thief. Sometimes this is somebody who's trying to make off with your belongings, steal your ideas, things like that. It can also represent simply avoidance, trying to avoid dealing with something. This is classically known as the avoiding the consequences of a dishonorable act. But sometimes it doesn't represent that at all. Sometimes we're just trying to, say for example, you go to a family event, a wedding or something like that, maybe you're trying to avoid certain relatives. Sometimes it can be, not so nefarious. It could be something as simple as that. So maybe you're trying to avoid you were trying to avoid certain subject matters, trying to avoid certain people, or they were trying to avoid you. When the card's inverted, however, this can point to either the thief gets caught if there was some scoundrel around trying to do something, they get exposed. For others of you, maybe you've decided not to avoid this subject matter, this situation, or this person anymore, or maybe they're no longer avoiding you. And it's rooted down by the Ten of Pentacles in the upright position, which is classically a family card. It's known as, generational wealth. It can be associated with inheritance, family wealth. Like, say, for example, you're living as a family unit and maybe one of your grown children lands a good job and they're able to contribute to the family finances. Maybe you get a raise or your partner gets a raise. This could be a level up in terms of extra cash, bonuses, things like that come from, maybe for some of you, there was somebody who did something, and as a result of them getting caught, you end up getting cash for the situation. Or perhaps some of you were no longer avoiding dealing with a financial matter, and as a result of it, you ended up benefiting from it. Maybe some of you avoided, doing a home loan or something like that. There's a thing that people do when they have equity in their home where they do they go and refinance their mortgage and stuff like that. Maybe you were trying to avoid doing that, but then you decided to do it. And then Ten of Pentacles could represent now you have extra money now. So it's going to play out differently. Keep in mind, these are just general reads. Just take what what means something in your scenario, right? Now moving on to week 3, we have the Eight of Pentacles here with the Six of Wands in the upright. So Eight of Pentacles, this is the worker bee card. This is like, hey, I already know that if I go along these lines, this will continue to bring in cash for me. So I'm going to keep doing it this way. And I'm just going to put all my energies. This is like putting the blinders on, focusing in on, continuing to do something to bring in cash. Now, this is usually associated with a work situation, but it could also be related to anything. Maybe in terms of your home even, maybe I've put in so much money in my home, but I want to continue to, maybe some of you are getting a refinance loan in order to renovate the home, to bring up the value of it. Like, there's many reasons why people do the things they do. Yes, this is about just sort of focusing in. Some of you are your own business, you own your own business, and this could just be you deciding to, put the blinders on and focus in on making money and building your empire. It's rooted down by the Six of Wands. Keep it up, Aries. It looks like you're moving in the right direction because it's going to lead you right to a nice victory. This is about being recognized. Sometimes it's on a grand scale. This could be finally being recognized for something of excellence that, maybe you were passed by before. And now it's like, oh, people are starting to realize, what I'm capable of. Because the Eight of Pentacles person is really, really good at what they do, and they want to continue to focus in and work at. Maybe some of you have a goal in week 3 that you would like to, obtain some kind of victory in. Maybe you want to finish a project or finish something or do something to get recognized. But the Six of Wands is that prodigal son or daughter returns, and there's a lot of attention being bestowed upon you. This is kudos for a job well done type of energy. Week 4, we have major arcana, the Emperor in the upright, rooted down by the Judgment. The Emperor in the upright position, Mars-ruled energy. This is Aries. You're coming up in your own reading in the upright position. In the sense of the Emperor, it also, is the co-ruler of Scorpio could be important to some of you, but the Emperor is all about needing to keep strict control over something. Now, this could be you, Aries, maybe dealing with somebody who is like that. Sometimes the Emperor will come up as the, you know, the father figure, grandfather, the patriarch of the family. It can also come up when dealing with a very powerful person. The Emperor, when they're in the upright position, they're in a position to be able to help you. You can reach out. Sometimes they pop up as like government officials or people, you know, the head honcho of something, CEO of a company, and maybe needing to go over somebody's head in order to get something accomplished. So that could be the case for some of you. For others of you, you are the Emperor in week 4. You are the one wielding the power, and you are feeling really good because you feel that you can keep control over a situation. Now, for some of you, it could be over finances. For others of you, it could be over, you know, concerning this victory. And then the last card here that's rooting down the Emperor is Judgment in the upright position. Well, some of you could be having a spiritual awakening at the end of the month, a really incredible and intense aha moment where you see things that maybe you never saw before, seeing through a veil. Others of you, this represents a resurrection of something. So this could be a resurrection that you are doing, or maybe this powerful energy, the Emperor energy around you, is bringing up a subject or a person, a group of people from... It could even be a past company or someone you worked for before. It could be coming back on the scene again. This is a door we thought was closed. This is something we thought was done and dusted and we've moved on from, but sometimes these things come back again, and we have free will. Keep in mind, I know a lot of people say, I don't want anything to do with past people and so forth, and that's fine, because even if past people come back into your life again, it doesn't mean you have to accept them with open arms. Sometimes you can just use the experience as a final closure. Others of you could be using this as just a situation to just say thanks but no thanks. Others of you, perhaps you want to entertain the idea. Again, general read, so everybody is different in this scenario. But wow, I'm starting to understand why the Ten of Wands is here for you right now. It looks like you have a lot of things on the go. You're starting off the month with this Five of Wands, Five of Swords energy, and then you're moving towards, you know, the Pentacle energy, finances and victory, and you're finishing really strong with the Emperor and Judgment. So yeah, it seems like there's a lot going on for you this month, Aries. And in closing, I'll be pulling 2 cards from the Zodiac deck. One is for love and romance. What do we have for Aries? It says free will, Pisces, 26. It's interesting because the eclipse in Pisces, we just had eclipse in Pisces. We're going to have another one in Aries at the beginning of October. But yeah, it could be that something important happens in your love life when the moon's in Pisces. Maybe a Pisces introduces you to the love of your life. It could be when the moon's in Pisces in the month of October. And the next card is for career and finance. What do we have for Aries? Taurus, number 2, practicalities. Practicalities, Taurus. So it could be on the 2nd of the month. It could be when the moon's in Taurus. Maybe a Taurus is a business partner. And yeah. Something, and it could be concerning career or finances for you, but Taurus actually is Aries' house of finance. So it says boost your self-worth and finances. I think that, I don't know, I feel like there's something there in this. I think for a lot of you, Aries, it's really going to resonate on the financial and career front. So be mindful of the dates, the 2nd of October and when the moon's in Taurus, and be practical. You got lots of pentacles here. So let me know in the comment section below if this makes sense, if this resonates for you, and do tell us how so. I'd love to hear from my Aries out there. So I want to thank you very much for joining me. And I really hope you have a fabulous, fabulous month of October. And I hope the reading helped you. If it did, please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Subscribership is free after all. Just hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you again in the next video. Take care. Much love. Namaste. Bye-bye for now.